Hello students, I am Dr. Padmapriya Katagal, Associate Professor, Global Business School. Today I am delivering a session on building a successful career. We all from a childhood dream of a successful career, and we aim of achieving a goal in our career. So it's very important that we plan for a career and execute those plans. But it's very important to understand what is the meaning of career. Career is not just a livelihood, it is not just a job, 9 to 5 job. We should be motivated to go for a work every day, 8 hours, 5 or 6 days in a week. Like that, 30 to 32 years of our life we will be dedicating in particular profession or occupation. If we are interested to do so, then that is a career that we are dreaming. We want to be successful in that career, but what is our understanding of our success? Each one of us define career differently and a success differently. Success for one means it's just earning a money or owning properties and assets. And for some, it is a contribution that you are making towards society, or it can be a happiness that we are deriving every day at the end of our work. So is it that contentment or a happiness, or is it just monetary incentive? So each one of us defines differently. But success in simple terms is achieving what we have desired for, achieving what we are desiring. That is what we mean by success. It's very important to know that what are the factors that contribute in career building. So the important factors for career building are education, values, skills, the goals that we have set, our vision and interest. So education plays very important role in our career planning. So without career planning, you cannot even plan for your education. So it's very important to acquire a knowledge which is needed to build a particular career, a profession that we want to work. Education plays very important role. And at the same time, what are the values of our life? Not just only career. So we should have values in a career and for our life, and the skills with soft skills plays very important role. And what is our interest? So some careers can be based on our education or the knowledge. Some can be based on our creativity. So if you want to build a career in sports, if you want to build a career in performing arts, then it is mainly based on your creativity and your skills. So career can be based on your knowledge and skills, and something based on your creativity and your talent, like sports and performing arts, like singing, dancing, and a sports career. And it's very important that we should have a goal and vision, like after 5 years of my education, what I want to become, what is my goal after 5 years, what is my vision after 10, 15, 20 years, at the end, at the age of retirement, what I want to be, and for that, am I prepared for? So these are the some questions that students need to ask, even in their education life. So career building. So mainly I'll be focusing on career building and not just only on career planning. So education, as I've told you, plays very important role in career building, and we need to plan for it. So in planning, like what are the courses that you want to study, what are the certifications that you want to study, and then plan for your career. Then we should have a career goals 2 years from now, 5 years from now, and 10 years from now. Like that, we should have a career goal. And self-awareness is very important in career building, and reflection. And after reflection, bridging the gap, and we should prioritize the work. Then career goals. it's very important that we should understand what is the purpose of our life. So life goals, our career goal should match with our life goals. What you want to achieve in life, it should match with the career goals. So we should have a bigger picture of a life, and then career is very important. Like career is a part in our life. And in life, priorities change through life at different life stages. So change is inevitable. What are your priorities at student life may not be after 10 years. So, and maybe at the mid age, your priorities have changed, and maybe at old age, your priorities they change. So life goals goes on changing. That change is inevitable. But it's very important that 30 to 35 years of our life that we are dedicating to a particular profession, that we should identify our passion, our purpose, and then based on that, we should set our career goals, understanding that life priorities are going to understand at different stages of our life. Then, what are then these categories of life goals? As a student life now, you may be having your academic goals. You will be completing your degree, or you are studying your undergraduate courses, or you may be studying your planning for your post graduation studies. And then you may be thinking of like in which company you would like to work, or you would like to start your own business, right? So what will be your profile, that which from which profile and what you would like to be in your career. Then also similarly we should set our social goals. Social goals means you should also focus on like developing network in society, and then having your friends and colleagues network, professional network. So that can be also a social goal. Health goal cannot be neglected even at the young age. It should not be thought that health goal comes at the mid age or at the old age. No, we should focus on the health goal, because health is directly related to your productivity at your work. If you are healthy, fit and fine, then your productivity in your work increases, and your life can be led happily. So health goal is very important. And at the same time, spiritual goal, it's not just can be thought of at the old age. Everybody, you should have a bigger picture of life, as I'm saying. So what is my purpose of life? So this question, if you would like to understand in depth, then it is the spirituality that will help you in exploring that what is your purpose, what is your purpose of work, and what is your purpose of life. So all these are the goals at life, and based on that we should plan for our career, and then we should see to it that our career goal should match with uh, you know life goals. Then we should go on breaking down goals. So 5 years from now, so what you want to achieve. So maybe you may say that 5 years after your study, right? Right now if you are studying undergraduate course, then you may plan for academic goal like post graduation studies, or you may plan for some certifications during your post graduations apart from just a degree. And after that, you may plan that 5 years after that, you want to own your own firm or a company, or you want to work in a reputed company, that company that you desire of a particular post that you would like to work. And what will be after 4 years? 4 years from now, you may say that, okay, my startup will be functioning, and this is the BPR, this is I'll be permanent in my job. 3 years from now, I'll be working in my dream company, and 2 years from now, I'll be completing my post-graduation degree with some certification, additional certifications. So like this, you should go on planning 2 years from now, 3 years, 5 years from now, and 10 years and 15 years from now. Like that, your life goals or the career goals have to be broken down into, different goals. Then to achieve these goals, right, it is very important, to understand the self. The self awareness will help you realize your goal, or it will also help you in setting the goals practically. So how can we know the self? So self-awareness can be done at a student life, or even maybe at a career at a later stages also. It's very important from time to time. We go on analyzing the self. We can do it with some tools like SWOT analysis, which helps us in defining our career goals, right? And, in building a successful career. So SWOT analysis means it is strength of what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses, what are our opportunities, and what are our threats. So strength means in what are the knowledge and the skills you are good at. So based on those strengths, what internal strengths will help me enhance my pursuit of these, my dream or the opportunities which are there in a particular career. So what all the threats are there for me in that one particular field? So how can I minimize that threat? What strengths you should consider making stronger to further enhance your ability to pursue your goals? What weaknesses you need to improve on, manage so that they don't impede your goal setting? So SWOT analysis requires for, reflecting on the self, understanding of the self, that think, sit at one place quietly. You'll have to think on the self, take a pen and paper and write down what are your strengths, list down the skills that you have, what is your personality strengths, what are your personality weaknesses, and what skills you are weak at, what knowledge level is needed, can I study further some degrees or some certifications? Then strengths and weaknesses are internal to the self, and opportunities and threats come from the environment. So what opportunities exist in the environment, so that I can grab on those opportunities and I can build on the career based on my strength. Then you should match the strength with the opportunities, and then you should match your weaknesses with your threats. So it is very important again to know that all strengths may not help you in realizing your goal or in achieving your goal. In a similar way, all threats may not impede in achieving your goal. There may be one or two threats, one or two your weaknesses will, inhibit you in realizing your goal. So you should identify those threats, those your internal weaknesses, and you'll have to work upon that, and you'll have to understand what strengths which will help you in achieving those career goals, and you'll have to work on those strengths. So this is what analysis will help you in achieving your career goal. Then after you introspect yourself, then we'll have to set a goal in such a way that we call it as a SMART goals. Then it should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be attainable, and it should be realistic, and it should be, time limits. So be specific means make each goal specific. You know how exactly what it is. Means what you want to achieve. You should be very clear in about what you want to achieve. Don't set the goal that which is not related to your, if you're setting a goal for your career, don't unnecessarily deviate from, make it too broad or too narrow. It should be specific. Then measurable. Make each goal measurable so you know how you are progressing. Measurable means you'll have to break it down, and you should see that can I measure what I am setting a particular goal, so that I know my progress and I can work upon it. Then attainable means don't exaggerate, don't set a goal which you think that, only suddenly I want to become a CEO of a particular company 5 years from now, immediately after your graduation. And you'll have to think practically, can you attain that? I'm not saying it's not possible, but you'll have to set goals which is possible. You may start business, but you can't just aim that within 5 years my business will be, I'll start, earning in 50 crores or 100 crores, like that. Of course, if it is a very novel idea, then you may, but you'll have to see what opportunities and the threats and strengths and weaknesses of a particular business strategies. So based on that, you'll have to set a possible goals which can be attainable. Ensure your sub goals relevant to your life goals. Means what goals you are setting, are they relevant to your life goals, right? And also it is very important that you set a time limits or deadlines for each goal and a sub goals. Means, 1 year, or breakdown, like in 2 years you want to start a company, then what you should do in the first 6 months, first 1 year, what you should do, and after again 1.5 years, what you should do. Like that, you will have to set a time limit for a particular goal. It's also very important, once you set a smart goal, that we call it as the, imagine self in that role. It's very important that what are your internal talks, that what your internal mind is talking. So, and also imagining yourself, suppose if you are setting a goal of starting up your own company after your post graduation, after your MBA, then you should imagine yourself, start imagining yourself as an entrepreneur. Then that will help you in behaving like that. Imagine yourself, are you doing, working like an entrepreneur, or are you working like just like a college student? Then your behavior, your internal talk, what you should be doing every day, what work is required to do, how you're learning something new, what you are implementing, right? How you are networking, you are building, what new things you are learning about that particular business, how is your behavior with everyone. So this representation of the self, means your imagining yourself and your internal talk will definitely will help you in achieving your goal. And that is also one of the important, we can say, strategy we can adopt in achieving our career goal. Then reflection. So once you have set your goals, after analyzing yourself and then developing, converting those, SWOT into a SMART goals, and start imagining and start positive internal talk, then, you should start working on it. And when we start working on it, it is also from time to time. Even in fact, we say that reflection should happen every day. Introspect yourself. Suppose you have set one particular goal 6 months from now, after post graduation, after 6 months, my firm should be registered. Then what you are doing every week, what you are doing, what you have done for that this day, like that, if you have broken down your goals, then at the end of day, introspect yourself how much you have worked in realizing your goal, right? How much time you have spent, you know um, in achieving that goal. And to reflect on this, it's very important that, you know uh, you need to spend some time every day in a quiet place and introspect yourself, that, you know how much quality time you have spent on achieving your goal. That's very important. And reflection should also can be done based on learning from your experiences. Something you are working on, and through that way, if something you are not able to achieve, then you'll have to introspect, analyze that, learn from your experiences, adopt it, change it, and improve on it. So it's very important that reflection should happen. So reflection can happen on thinking on the self, what has been done throughout the day or throughout the month or throughout the week, how much we are being able to achieve based on that reflection. We'll have to study that and study, and improvise on it from the next day. So that is very important in achieving a career goal. And at the same time, it is also important that you go on studying that occupation continuously. What are the changes which are happening in that occupation by the time you are studying, or by the time you are setting up your business? What changes are happening in the environment? So continuously studying and continuously reflecting on yourself and improving on that will help you achieve your career goal. So continuous learning. So do a thorough study on your dream career. So if at all you want to become an entrepreneur, what you need to do, right? If at all you want to pursue a career in marketing or human resource or any other profession or business analyst, or you want to become a content writer, digital marketer, then what it is, how that, career, new skills which are coming up, new technologies which are coming up, how they are disturbing that particular sector. So all this continuous learning is needed. So based on that, you can change your goals, and you can, change your plans of working on that. Then it's very important to know what are the skills needed, what soft skills are needed, how can I improve, reflect and improve on that. That continuously has to happen. Then attitude is very important in career building. So attitude has a very important role. So suppose if you are working, if your dream career is in a service sector, then it's very important that you have a service attitude, right? Attitude towards other, attitude towards work, attitude towards some life values will matter most, in achieving, a success in a particular career. Then after reflecting, then it is, again it is time for action, right? In action, it's very important that we should understand that what type of work is more important in achieving our success in a particular career. So we should prioritize the work and spend more time on the work which is more important than just the routine work. So if you know this art of prioritizing the work and giving more importance to the more important task in your career, then nobody can stop you achieving success in your career. Then gaining insights from your personal analysis and your career goals. So we'll have to gain insights from your personal analysis and what is your career goals. Then we'll have to go on working on it, like identify the gaps. So as we have already identified the gaps, then we'll have to start working on those gaps. Like some soft skills you think you need to improve on, some digital skills you need to improve on, then you'll have to learn them, and continuously you'll have to work and try to bridge that gap. Don't wait for a perfect time. So that perfect time is never going to come. So you'll have to utilize your time effectively, and then that will lead to a success, right? You should be a doer in your career. So once you start working, then you should not wait for somebody's order to take some initiation. So you should be a doer, whether you are in a job or whether you are in your own business, you should be a doer. Then some other tips which will help you in career building are, it is, mentors. Seek advice. It's not that you know everything. You shouldn't have that attitude that I know everything. I don't need anybody's advice. So everybody we all, require the advice of the elders. So elders means then who can act like the mentors. It is a somebody experienced person in your career field, who can act like a mentor. So what mentor can do to you in achieving a success, and how can you select one mentor? So definitely, why we should select a mentor, you may also think. We need mentors because they'll help you in achieving success in your career. They'll help you in setting, goals. They'll help you in understanding yourself. They'll even help you in analyzing yourself and setting goals. Your vision may be limited, maybe for 5 years or 6 years, but somebody who has worked in that particular field for 30 to 35 years, he know what had happened in past, what is happening, and what may happen, future changes. So he will help you in refining your vision, right? He'll help you that what skills are needed in future in that one particular area. So the mentor is somebody who has already a tremendous amount of knowledge and skill and expertise in that particular field, and who knows you personally and who is ready to guide you. So you should select somebody whom you know or they know you, right? And they are ready to guide you. If somebody knows you better, then they can be a better mentor for you. And definitely we should seek some elderly advice, because definitely they are going to help us in achieving success in our career. And we should be a doer, as I've told you. We should act upon the ideas. So there can be like, ideas keep coming once you start, working. Then it should not happen that why I should do that, attitude should not be there. You should go on acting upon your ideas. Then in our career, we should own the responsibility. Means whatever happens, success or a failure in realizing or in achieving my goal, I should own the responsibility myself. I should not blame anybody else. So this one attitude will take you a long way in your career, right? You should own your life. Responsibility is yours, right? We should take that responsibility. My life is my responsibility, so I am going to shape my life. And you should believe that you have that capacity to shape your life, and for my work I am responsible. So if you have this attitude, then nobody can stop you in achieving success in your career. Be a initiator, be a doer, as I've told you. Then raise your standard, right? From time to time, you should follow some successful people, and you should also think like what made them successful. So if you study successful people, you will find that one thing, that their standards were always high than the mediocre people. So you should always set up a high standard and strive to achieve that standard continuously. So competition should not be with others. Competition should be always with the self. So what is my strength? What is my weakness? And how can I enhance my strength and overcome my weaknesses? So understanding the environment, how can I continuously raise my standard? So if you are working on yourself, definitely you can build a successful career. Some other important points which will help you in building a successful career are networking. So networking with the professional people will take you a long way. So you should always network with people. Nowadays, it is a social media which will also help you in networking with the people in the same field. So there are so many, like Facebook is one, LinkedIn is one, Twitter is one. So you can make use of a social media or a digital platform to network with others, and identify mentors. Maybe mentor can be your boss also. Mentor can be somebody, a senior person working in your office, or maybe in your relatives, or maybe any elder who knows you. So networking help you in achieving success in your career. So it is very important, like you think now, and you should act immediately. You should not say like I'll act tomorrow or I'll act in a next month or so. So you should think, and act now. The attitude will take you a long way. And in your career, you should also listen more than speaking. So you should be a good listener. So listening skills, we should develop. It's not, everybody is having a good listening capabilities. Listening will help you in, gaining more and more knowledge, and you can analyze the situations in a better way when you listen to others. So listen more than speaking. And in your career, whoever has helped you, maybe your team members, your bosses, everybody, your colleagues or your family, you should acknowledge the help of the others. So always thank others who have helped you in shaping your career or giving some advice. So acknowledge the help of the others and thank them. So these are some of the tips which helps you in career building. So in today's session, so we have talked about, like, from the beginning, right? What is, your career goals, how you should break down the career goals, what should be your life goals, break down your vision 5 years, 10 hours, 10 years and 1 year from now, like that, and then SWOT analysis, right? And then bridging, acting, reflecting, right? And taking actions, and some other important tips that we have talked about. Then after all these things, since you all are, students, it's very important that, you should not just focus only on your career. Career is a part of your life. So you should always imagine a big picture of life. So there is a society, so there is a family, and there is a community, in a nation you are building, you are living. So through a career, through a particular profession, how you are helping, building your own personality, how you are contributing to your family, your society, your community, and at a larger level, how you are helping a nation, you are, contributing to a nation building, and your purpose of our life, and what is, it can be related to a spirituality. There's so many facets of life that, you'll have to think, while, whenever we are thinking of our career, because ultimately career is a part of your life. So today's session, we have talked about how to set up goals, how to break down goals, what are the SMART goals, how to do a SWOT analysis, and then how to reflect, and some of the important tips or the strategies which will help you in shaping your career. I, Dr. Padmapriya Katgal from Global Business School, thank you all for listening to this session. Thank you.